So hello everyone, welcome to CodeVardhan. So today we will be going to work on Python arithmetics, and for that let's start our Jupyter notebook. So meanwhile the Jupyter notebook is getting started, I hope you have watched all the previous videos and you don't have any doubts. If you feel anything doubt and anything, please do comment. I will answer all those questions in a video and we'll post it as soon as possible as we have gathered all the doubts. So please don't forget to comment your doubts. Okay, so let's take a minute because my Jupyter is loading, and now you can see my Jupyter is loaded, and let's wait for this overview of the page, the home page. Okay, so it was updated here. Now go to the desired folder, that is YouTube. Here I'm going to create a new notebook. Okay, so this is my new notebook and I'm making this notebook named as fourth. Okay, so this will be my fourth notebook where I'm going to use and see how I will be using arithmetics and the multiple things during the entire sequence. Okay, so arithmetic means the mathematical operation, mathematical operations. Okay, so mathematical operations means we have addition, we have, okay, it's showing me the error, no problem. Addition, we have subtractions, multiplication, division, then we have modulus, and we have exponential. Okay, so these are the some basic operation which we are going to perform today in our operation. So because this is showing error because this is a not a code, let's convert it into the markdown so that it will not show an error. Yes, it is not showing an error. Now let's perform the addition and all these thing on a integer data type. So simply I'm taking a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 20. Okay, so it's very simple. I have simply created a variable named as a and a variable named as b. Okay, and 10 and 20 are the values. So as I explained in the videos, like our box will be created in the RAM, the random access memory, which named as a and b, and in that box is 10 and 20 are being stored. Okay, now I am simply taking c as a third variable or the third box where I am doing a plus b. Okay, now I am doing print c. Printing is very much important because if you are not printing a b c, then your data will not be printed. Okay, so now let's run this code and see. Yes, I am getting my result as 30. So this a and b will be added as 30. We can do one more thing, like here if I print directly a plus b, that can also be done. So if you see, that is also giving me 30. Now you must be wondered how, where from A and B will be here. So this A and B will be fetched from the previous cell because you can see the cells are going in numbers. So here it is 2 and then 3. So the data will be fetched from the previous cells also. This can be done in our Python, which is very beautiful and very easy for the code. It's especially happening in Python Jupyter notebook. If you are using any other IDs, that will not work. So anything similar to Jupyter like Jupyter or Google Colab both supports this. Okay, so this is a very good thing. Now I will do some further operations like a plus b and see what are the things happen. A minus b, a multiplied by b, and here I am doing b divided by a because b is bigger. Okay, and let's run this. So a plus b is getting 30, a minus b is 10, and then we have 20, and then we have 2.0. Now you can see we have taken integers, but while dividing I am getting a result as a floating value 2.0. Why this is happening? So here it is implicit typecasting is happening, because when we divide anything, implicit typecasting is happened. Okay. The second thing, now the last thing is, let's take a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 2, and if I do print a divided by b, see, you will get 2.5. Yes, it is quite understood. Here, this 2.5 is actually quotient, and this is a result of a divided by b when a is not completely divided by b and we are getting some data extra. So that data is here 0.5. Okay. Now, if I do this print a modulus b and see what happens, it is giving me 1. How this 1 is there? So if we divide 2, sorry, we divide 5 by 2, what will happen? So 2 twos are 4. 4 is completely divisible. Now there is a remainder 1. So in this case, it will not go for the decimal values. It simply returns the remainder. Okay. It will not go for 2.5. It will only go up to 2. I hope this is clear. Like, we are not going further. Okay. The next thing is, if I do print a double divided by b, then also the complete division will not be done. If we get a remainder, we will stop right there and we will return that whole number. I hope I am making this clear. This is called as floor division. Okay, this is called as modulus, and this is called as normal division. Okay, so there are three types of division in our Python. One is normal division, where I'm getting the complete division of any value. Then we have modulus, that only returns the remainder, and then we have floor division, that does not do the complete division. If a remainder is there, it will stop right there. Okay, I hope I'm making this clear. So this is what happening in case of integers. The same thing will happen in case of float also. You have to simply take two floating values here, a as a and b, and try this at your own. Okay, now what if I use something different, like a, I'm taking a as 5 and I'm taking b as 1.2. So here you can clearly see this is my integer. So integer value, and this is my float value. So what will happen here? One is my integer value, other is my float value. If I do any operation like print a plus b, okay, so what will happen? I'm getting 6.2. 6.2 is actually a floating value. So here you can see a self, or you can see itself, there is something happening which is called as typecasting. Itself, it is converting integer into float. So this is called as implicit typecasting once again. Okay. Next, there is one more data type that we called as bool. So if I take a is equal to true, so like this, and b is equal to false, like this. Okay. So what is true and what is false? So true is taken as 1, so I'm in comments, I'm writing in 1, and false is taken as 0. Okay. If I'm taking c is equal to 10, okay, now I have taken a is equal to true, b is equal to false. True means 1, false means 0, and c is equal to 10. I will prove this, how this is 1 and how this is 0. Okay, now I am simply doing print a plus c and print b plus c. Okay. Now run this. You can see a plus c. A is true and c is 10. So it is getting 11. Here b plus c. B is false and c is 10. Now it is giving me only 10. Here also this a and b are in the form of boolean. Okay. And what is this boolean? Boolean is nothing but a boolean data, or boolean data, you can say that the binary data. which is 0 and 1. Okay, so true and false are the binary form of data which we called as boolean in terms of data types, which if we convert them into integer, true becomes ones and false becomes 0. Hence C is here my integer data. Okay, so C is my integer data. When I'm taking C as 10, then it becomes 11 and 10. I hope I'm making this clear. Now, if I talk about strings, hashtag, this hash means I'm writing a comment. Hash means I'm writing a comment. Comment means when I write a comment, the program, the compiler, the interpreter, whatever it is, in any case, if you write any comment, that comment will not be considered for the processing and will not be considered a part of your code. It is actually there in your code file, but it is not a code. It's just a information, tags, bookmarks, something like that. You can say that, which we are using to write our information so that we can understand it. Okay, now let's talk about strings. So I'm taking A is equal to code and B is equal to Vardhan. Okay, so what will happen? So code and Vardhan, if I write print A plus B and run this, you can see CodeVardhan, it will be added. So it will be added like this. So what is happening? This Vardhan is attached at the end of code. This is what happening in terms of string. The multiplication, division and subtraction is not supported in terms of string, but this is supported in terms of string. What also we can do with the string? We can do like, I say that A is equal to like, okay, and B is equal to subscribe, like this. If I take like and subscribe, what will happen? If I do print A multiplied by 5. Okay, now let's run this. You can see 5 times like is printed. Okay, in the same way, if I do print B multiplied by 3, so 3 times subscribe is printed. So if we do a multiplication of a string, this is a string, this is also a string, the both like and subscribe are a string. If we do a multiplication of string with a integer, then the string will be multiplied that many times. Okay, but we can only do, so here I can write, we can only use operator to concatenate the string. Okay, so we can only use plus operators to concatenate the string. Other operations are not valid. Okay, so if we are doing here now, you must be thinking, if I do simply print A plus 5, then what will happen? Let's run this. It will create an error because in terms of a string, the plus operator is used for concatenation, whereas this multiplication operator, asterisk operator, is used to multiply the things. Okay, so this will give me an error. This error is called as type error. Type error means the type of data is different in both of the cases. Okay, so this we called as type errors. So here I hope I'm making you understand how the arithmetic is happening. Now one last arithmetic operation is pending for these things, that is called as power operator. So here I am doing that power operator. I will take x is equal to 10 and p is equal to 3, and if I do print x and double star p, and what will happen? See, so 10 raised to the power 3, this is happening here. If I am taking x as 4 and p is equal to 3 and run this, I am getting 64. So this we called as power operator or the exponential operator, where I am getting the exponential value. Okay, so I hope I have made everything very much clear how arithmetic is happening in the Python. If you still having any doubts, please do comment, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and please share this to the all students who are your friend and everyone. Okay, thank you very much.